Started out on live, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling, rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute in here, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script how we play a game. First start to the next time, chasing fame. With the year behind me, changing season. Through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for our cracking jokes. Go stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our most streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Sunday, the 15th of February, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, we did an IRL stream from Crookhaven Headlands, drinking a home brew or two, watching a non-existent sunset, and it was perfect. Everything about that stream was smack bang how I want to do IRL content. Consider it a test if you like, sort of like a little test of my LiveU Solo and how that all works. And I got to tell you, everything worked flawlessly. Just 1 second while I sign myself into Restream. Face ID not recognized. No problem. Try Face ID. It's probably because I got my glasses. Okay. Sorry about this. Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about the tech, and I want to just go through and have a little look-ski at the stream skis and just see how good it was, because it looked great at my end, and I did skim through this briefly just before, and I think that it looked good at everyone's end. Excuse me. Pah! What have I just eaten? What did I had a toasty. 2 toasties. Yeah, I'm just so stoked how everything went so smooth and what happened. So yeah, one of the streams or one of the, okay, rewind a little bit. LiveU Solo, the flux capacitor of live streaming IRL, the thing that makes it all possible. This has 2 inputs into it. One is the Starlink Mini and the other is 4G from Optus using a Nighthawk M2 over Wi-Fi. Starlink is connected via Ethernet. Now I had this. This is my power bank for the Starlink, and it was charging along beautifully. And now I just fully charged it back up. This is so sick, this thing, by the way. This is just a Ryobi power tool, which I use to drill in my awning with Govan. Someone on Amazon, I'm going to take that off, by the way. That's well, it's kind of good to have, I guess. Someone on Amazon made these, and it just goes and then you've got power, and you got like USB Type-C, USB Type-C, and a USB Type-A there as well. And you can charge it while you're using it, and it's just fantastic. But anyway, that got me about 4 hours worth of juice for the Starlink Mini. Now, I do have a secondary one of these batteries. Didn't bring it with me because I just didn't think about bringing it. I should have brought it, but I didn't. And so when that one went dead, the Starlink Mini was out of the picture, and the LiveU Solo then was only on one signal, and it was just the 4G signal from Optus. However, I am paying for Live Reliable Transport, LRT. I've got a year's worth of that up my sleeve because you need it. Because what it does is LRT takes 2 or more signals. You can actually use 4 in totes, and it bonds them together. It's kind of weird. It's not actually bonding them, but what it's doing is it's sending both signals into a ingest server at LiveU Solo's end, and then LiveU Solo puts that into a buffer and then chooses whichever signal was the strongest to use to send the stream on. So when you lose a signal, in this case the Starlink, and you only have one, you would think, well, hang on, what about if that one drops, then it completely falls over, right? Well, yes, but if you've got LRT switched on, because of this buffering, it gives you a little bit of leeway, a little bit of headwind, and we didn't have any of that. Like, even just the one signal was still fine for 7 meg for the whole stream. It was incredible. Here is the stream, by the way. I'm just going to skim through just ever so briefly with this. Oh, also, the other day I turned my mic down a little bit. I feel like my mic was hot. Hey, what's happened to the chat? Disappeared off the screen? Wait, is the chat not working? You know what I should do? I should check that first. Let me just check all the chats. I'll check the beam stream chat first to make sure this is working. If this is working. The one that never works lately, even though I took it out and put it back in, the kick chat, this one. Oh, it's working. Shit, yeah. Okay, so deleting it and reinstalling it was the crack. Let me check. DLive. DLive. Dale made a clip. Did you make a clip? Just Daleskins, are you here? DLive is working. Okay, it seems like it's all working. Okay. What about a funky one like Valora? Where's the Valora chat? I can't see. Is it activity? It doesn't matter. I can't find it. I can't see it. Twitch. We'll check the Twitch chat because these are the most used options. Okay, everything seems to be working. What about Soup? Soup never works anyway. But what about Blaze? I'm on Blaze too, folks. Blazing. Blaze doesn't work either. But those are the ones that we knew didn't work. Anyway, let's get back and have a look at the stream because this is what it did, or this is how it went out. So we can just skip through. I mean, a 4-hour 12 stream down by Crookies. Now, arguably, the vision isn't great when the sun's fully out. And panting. That's what the grey nurse is. Just swims around all docile. And kayaking. So, now is that 1080? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, 1080p. I mean, you want a beautiful sunset happening, but I mean that's what it was. But we'll just skip forward and just see. You know, this is obviously when it's bonded. So this is using Starlink and 4G through LRT. I'm actually getting a bit cold here, and it was cold. I'm sitting on it, but I'm going to actually wear it. I know that sounds crazy, given it's summer in Australia, but I'm cold here. Yeah, it was cold. Let's move on. Just a little glimpse of darkness here, I guess. It's getting a bit too dark. Getting fucked over is a learning lesson. Learn, don't dwell. We talked with the Kiwi accent, bro, for a little while on the stream. I'm not too sure where that came from, but it was fun. Then I put a light on. Rudd was kind of... Rudd was her goal? Boy. Guess I put a light on here. So she then volunteered, like the guy earlier with the fishing stuff, they volunteered to talk. Oh, yeah, we had a few conversations last night. That was cool. People came along. It was that cute Asian girl too. It still looks nice on it. It kind of looks nicer on camera than what it actually looks like here.
That's nice.
Yeah. Where are you guys from?
Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, those guys, those fishing dudes. Yeah, they were cool too.
I tell them about my.
That's a nice view. Like that. I mean, dude, like for as far as streaming on location, that's pretty damn good, right? Like that's a good quality image. 1080, 60, 7 meg, constant 7 meg. I mean that was fine, you know. Like that's a, yeah. If we can, and by the way, it wouldn't be like that. Like it won't be that good quality while we drive. Obviously, there's still going to be the same issues of going in and out from tree lines. Although 4G doesn't have that issue with the tree. I mean, I can't do it this weekend, but I can do it soon. I'm going to go back to George Boyd Lookout driving and do the whole stream and just see how it goes. Speaking of streaming, by the way, we're going to have a little look at the LiveU Solo and LRT here in a second. But before we do that, just a reminder that tomorrow, this time tomorrow, I'll be live doing the yearly Tracer anniversary of their death. Sounds kind of heavy, doesn't it? They're not really dead. Tracer pulled the pin on the 16th of February 2018, and we do a anniversary stream every year on the day. We drink some Jack. We have a good time. We listen to some cool unreleased, you know, behind the scenes kind of stuff. And I found some rad stuff. So I was going through my archives this morning thinking about what I could play on this stream. Oh, I've got a dream. I've dreamt a couple of times about Tracer reforming, and luckily enough, one of them or two of them got recorded. And so I'll play that. But I also found a really cool, I guess, a demo, or like it's not even a demo. It's just like the formations of one of the songs from El Pistolero. The song is called Hangman. And what's so unique about these recordings is that we're in Dre's mother's sister, so Dre's auntie's place in Switzerland in the basement, and it's Mike and Dre and Lee still in the band, and they're jamming on Hangman, what would later become the song Hangman. And so it's a really raw, like a rare look into the formations of how they write songs. And this is just beautiful to see. And then I thought, well, hold on a second. Why don't we take that even further? And I went from that recording in the barn, like the jam, to then a year later, about a year, no, not a year, dude, it was like only a few months. A few months later, yeah, it was pretty rushed. I remember we went from Switzerland back to Adelaide and then to LA to record the album. Now, that was the time when Lee had actually ejected from the band. So we're in the, Revolver Studios in Thousand Oaks with Kevin Shirley producing. And I've got this amazing footage of that same song getting recorded by Kevin in the studio and just seeing the process of how it all works. So we're gonna I guess it's gonna be like a Hangman special, kind of like looking into, and we'll play the song. Obviously, we'll play the song. And yeah, I just thought like try to make like a bit of a theme for the Tracer streams, like try to dig in, and some of the stuff like that, you know, fans will never get to see. And by the way, nobody really gives a shit anyway. I seem to do this stream once a year and I get excited by it, but I don't think anybody else really cares. I genuinely don't think anybody out there cares. Even though the band was massive when they were big, they were massive when they were big. They were massive when they were doing it, but I just don't think, I mean, sure, if they toured again, people would go, and people would be excited to see them play. But for me, it's just a good, I missed it, went on the desk. It's just a good way to relive those days and those memories. And you know me, like I like living in the memories. I like living in the past. I've been accused of you live too much in the past. Can I even say that? If that's the accusation, I shouldn't give it any light. Hey, you live in the past. Someone told me that in the past. I'm just proving their point, I guess. So that's coming up tomorrow. By this time tomorrow, we'll be deep into the weeds of that. So join me if you can. Join me if you like Tracer. Join me if you don't know anything about Tracer. Join me if you want to hear a weirdo dream, talk about dreams. Anyway, let's move back into this because I just want to sort of have a look at this video about how this is explaining the LiveU Solo and the LRT, the Live Reliable Transport. By the way, if you're here, like up the stream, give me some likes, mainly on the YouTube, I guess. I'm looking at the other sites and I'm not really seeing too much activity on the slide there, but that's okay. Here we go. LiveU Solo Pro explained. Let's take a look. Full screen that. Streaming from location. How's the dynamic range in that image? Is this a video with no talking? I hate these kind of videos. Because I always get dinged because they always use this endemic sound crap. So he's not talking anyway. What are you doing, dude? You really started your video like this? It's got good lighting though. The mic's going to be shit though, dude. That might have...
Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Village and I am Radha Krishnan. Well, it was almost three and a half years back, that's when we reviewed this amazing product from LiveU.
Yo, Birchie, how you doing, man? It's $195 for that side bag. This one here, dude, a little side bag. This is $195? Is it really? Oh wait, did he have a different one on? Did he have like a bag on his hip? I didn't see it. Oh, that's okay. That's different. Yeah. That's a different one. Okay, fair enough. I've got myself a little streaming backpack. I don't need that one anyway. The bag, yeah. I gotcha.
Support that is needed for the proper functioning of this device. But what they have done is they have upgraded it recently to a product called LiveU Solo Pro. Added tons of additional features and functionalities to it.
I did not know there was an update to the LiveU Solo Pro. I don't need the update. Mine still works perfectly as we demonstrated yesterday categorically.
And made it actually bulletproof. It actually looks like a bulletproof device. Now, while the LiveU Solo still is a valid product even today, LiveU Solo Pro has actually taken that game up to real professional grade streaming with 4K capability.
You have the Pro, do you? Ah, cool, man. So hit me. What are what more does it do? What can it do that you know what's wrong, or not wrong, but what sucks about mine or the LiveU Naked, not the Pro. The screen is horrible. The screen is, first of all, it's too small for 50-year-old eyes. That's my problem alone, but it's also just too small. It's too small and it's not bright enough. And I think my screen is a little bit funky too at the moment. It's not working as good it's not as bright as it should be.
Now, I'm going to keep this away for the time being, and I'm going to concentrate on this product.
I'm not sure. I didn't even have the last one. Okay.
It's a little heavier. Definitely feel much better built. It's got some, like the mobile phones have these bumper cases. This has nice,
I guess let me get my streaming backpack because I'm not sure about on the Pro, but I guess you'll be able to answer this, Birchie. I'll get mine and I'll ask the question about what I hope the Pro has that my one does not have. And I'll explain why I want that on my one or on the Pro. So, get my cans back. So here is my sort of like my streaming backpack, and it's all falling. All the zippers were open, but that's how it hangs off the back of my backpack, and that's probably not ideal because bouncing around willy-nilly. But what I found was it's pretty rad that the LiveU Solo has these little handles on the top, but it doesn't have them on the bottom. Those are not handles. Those are just feet. So I cannot thread anything through the base of this and keep it solid. So I wonder if the Pro has little gaps, or the alternative is to put it back in this baggie and then, you know, go through all these loops and hold it down that way. I chose yesterday to not use the bag because I was wondering if that was causing not allowing heat dissipation. The Pro doesn't have that at all. It hasn't got any little gaps on it at all. So how would you strap it onto a Bic Bic? Interesting. That's a bit of a fail. I mean, I'm glad I've got this little bag then. I'm going to actually put that back on and keep it lock solid on my bag. Doesn't have them at all. That's weird, man. Okay. I'm glad I've got this one then.
Of course. It's got, a built to last feel. It's got these rubber bumper cases. It's definitely a bumper case.
The rubber,
and
okay.
It's got tons of functionalities. To those people who are not aware of LiveU and who are still dabbling with entry-level streaming devices, or let's say software platform to stream your devices using your webcam and your mirrorless cameras and things like that, well, try using this once. Once you get a taste of this, you will be hooked and you will never.
Now, Birchie, have you used yours without LRT? Have you ever tried it just like with one signal and no bonding? Because I tried that last week and it was a horrible experience. The stream was just bunk. Now, arguably, I chose to use Starlink, which is ripe for issues when the satellite crossover happens. But have you ever used it just with one connection without using LRT?
Change to any other platform, or you will never settle for anything less than this. Now, the biggest advantage of the LiveU platform is something called network binding. Many other devices will allow you to connect to multiple networks. Say, for example, it can allow you to connect to your LAN, your Wi-Fi, your dongle, all simultaneously. But
you have three SIMs. Have you got dude? I don't want to go searching for it now, but if you can put a link to give me a link to one of your best IRL streams using the Solo Pro. I want to see just see what I want to see what you're doing, man. Yeah, link me up.
Stream out, it would check and use the most strongest one. Whereas the difference that these guys have brought in is a technology called LRT, LiveU Reliable Transport, using which this device will not only latch on to multiple networks, it will also combine and use all those networks together to stream it out. And that's the reason why they are able to achieve a 4K 10-bit in HEVC.
That's the update. So that's a 4K device.
H.265, which actually takes up much less bandwidth in comparison to the regular H.264. Let me show you what all things come with it. Okay, now the front end is a very familiar one. If you have used the old one, it's very similar to the old one. It's got an on-off switch, it's got a function dial, a return button, and a small dial cum screen. Why screen? Because once you connect the device to a camera or to a switcher, I'll come to that later, this will also be your preview screen. Now, let me again keep it away. Now the LiveU.
I'm so stoked I didn't go down the avenue of getting the A10 Mini Pro for live streaming. I learnt about the cache buffering issues and I was like, wow, dude, this is not going to work. Trying to do a stream with one network on a hardware device that buffers when it loses signal, dude. I'm so stoked I just canceled that order and then upgraded to the LRT and went with that.
Solo Pro comes in two versions, like the LiveU Solo, the earlier one.
SDI?
You have the HDMI version
SDI, yeah.
and the HDMI plus SDI version. Now this one is the HDMI and the SDI version, which means you can connect an SDI device to it or an HDMI device to it. not together, not simultaneously, but you can connect one at a time. SDI being the more stable, stronger, and recommended.
I've never
device
owned a
connection.
camera with an SDI connection on it, ever. Yo, Jake, how you doing, man? Hey, yo, Chico, how you going, Jake? Over on the Twitch Machinos. Yeah, I've never owned a camera that has SDI output. Not even my old school camcorders had that, I don't think. I don't think they had it. No, S video is not SDI, right? That's not it. That's the old Happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you, man. Happy Valentine's Day to you. It was yesterday here in Australia. But I hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great day. Tweeted out the Twitch stream. Thank you, man. You're always doing that. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
Activity. The LiveU Solo Pro has two USB input connections. This is for your dongles, and you have LAN connectivity, which is for, of course, your network.
Yo, Birchie, if you're still here, can you connect a phone? Can I use my data from my phone as a Wi-Fi input into the LiveU Solo? I now use the DJI Action 6 to mobile on iPhone to Bealerbox, cloud to home PC, OBS, then I send it out. Shit's on LiveU, 1080-30 in OBS, 1080-60 out. I run a M6 Netgear router with one iPhone. Okay, so you're using a DJI Action 6 to a mobile on iPhone, then into Bealerbox, cloud to home PC. So your home PC is on when you IRL stream. Yes, okay. See, I really don't want to do that. I really wanted to get away from having to have OBS on and running at home, mainly because when I went on that 40-day, who did that? Yo, I bet that was Jake. Jake Ski over on DLive. Oi. Jake with the little hosty host. Thank you, Jake. Cheers, man. Yeah, when I went out on that road trip to Uluru, I took my laptop with me, and there's no point having a laptop on and running OBS like I am now to stream, when the way I thought about it was that my laptop for streaming is the LiveU Solo, right? That's the hardware device. Yo, Comtech, how you doing, man? Good to see you on DLive. Yeah, so that's why I chose not to do that. I know people do that, and I think it's kind of a robust way to do it if you're basing yourself around home. But if you're going out like days and weeks and thousands of kilometers away, if anything should fuck up, there's no way that I could rely on someone else to trouble solve it and to fix it. I'd have to come back, and that's just not feasible. But I get it. I said I get it. Play.
And it has a built-in modem, and it comes with something called a set of Y cables, which means that one USB port can take in two dongles.
Yo, thanks,
what
Jake.
They have done is
thanks for
they've
tweeting out the
given
DLive,
you
man. Appreciate you.
A 5G dongle. All you have to do is to register this with your network. This is your 5G dongle, and you can also get one of your regular 3G, 4G dongles and connect to the other end. So let me connect it. So you have a 5G and a 4G connection going on here, and connect it to the one end, and similarly there is another 5G and another 4G dongle combination goes on to the other side. And of course, like in the previous case, you
and Jake's on
also
kick.
have a small carry pouch.
Oh,
it's something which you can strap onto your belt.
Okay.
Very interesting, very useful, and very well made carry case. And what I'm going to do is to put it all together and come back to you quickly.
So far, the only difference to the LiveU Solo Pro versus the one that I own, the LiveU Solo, is that this one does 4K H.265 HEVC. That's the only difference at this point, because the regular one does all what he's just said. Yeah, and the bonus or the best thing about it is the LRT, the Live Reliable Transport. Tweeted out the kick stream. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, man.
And explain this in detail. Now, the LiveU Solo Pro is nicely secured inside this well padded carry case. It's got a soft kind of a leg everywhere. It is, expecting you to kind of misuse it and drop it or knock it around. So they have given you all possible safety measures. There is also a strap using which you can sling the unit across your body, on your shoulder, etc. Now, if you're a really demanding user and if you happen to be indoors in a situation like this and you want to stream an high quality content in 4K, you will need a high bandwidth LAN network. Also connect it to the Wi-Fi. If you're outdoors, you can connect it using your mobile phone's hotspot. And of course, you will need 2 Y cables. Like I said, these are additional purchases. And you will require 2 5G data dongles as well. If you are using only 2 data dongles like the 5G dongles, then it sits very comfortably here, right? Like this.
Hey, Valora. You're on the Valora too, Jake. Tweeted out the Valora stream. Well, I'll tell you what else you could go and do, dude. If you're in the tweeting mood, which apparently you are, let me tell you else where I am. Let me tell you where else I am. I am on Beam, YouTube. I'll just run through the whole list. Beam, YouTube, Kick, DLive, Restream.io, which then goes to the Facebooks, Twitch, Trovo, Streamplace, Watts, Valora, Rumble, Flashy Social. That's not working right now. Nemo TV, Vaughn Live, Soup Korea, Blaze, and FC2, which is a Japanese porn website, which I've been streaming on that website for about 4 years now. And I don't think I haven't gone into the back end, excuse, pun intended, but FC2, it's funny seeing my head amongst all the thumbnails of like porno from Japan, which is usually pixelated out. It's kind of weird. Thank you though, Jake.
Goes in here. The other one goes in here.
Yeah.
And using your single data cables, you can connect them. But if you are using, let's say, a 4G dongle as well, you will require this Y cable. And in which case, connecting this along with the USB cable, you will not have enough space to hold this nicely, tightly, especially when you are, moving around. This will hang loose and you will definitely face some connectivity issues. To avoid that, LiveU is now providing an interesting carry case.
This is the one you were talking about.
There is enough space for everything inside and it's a belt pack. So it goes around your waist. It also has additional storage for your battery.
I don't know about sliding that into there though. Like that's like just a sock it's going to build up heat, right?
You will need battery outside. I again tell you that our earlier video is completely useful even now. The only upgrade here is that this one is a 4K and this one has a 4-hour backup in comparison to the 2-hour backup for the earlier LiveU Solo device.
I do love that the LiveU Solo has its own internal battery like that, because when I'm streaming from GoVan, I'm getting power to it the whole time, so it's always powered up. But as soon as we walk away from GoVan, I take my power bank and I get like another 4 hours from the power bank. And then when it's gone, you've still got 2 more hours of juice internal. So you're usually good at that point. The A10 Mini Pro, nothing like that. It always needs AC power. So that would have been another thing to consider, which I did consider. And I'm so thankful I pulled out of buying that. I got my money back as well.
Now the LiveU Solo could be powered with a DC source.
Yes.
But this can be powered with a power delivery source. Now it's the same power connection if you're charging this device from the wall unit, correct? You can use the same USB connection. And if you're outside...
Wait, powered by USB Type-C, is it? Okay, so that's different. The other one's DC barrel connection.
on the go, and if you want to continuously power this source, and if you're expecting to stream more than 4 hours, make sure that you carry a very powerful battery pack
Power
which
bank.
has power
One of these
delivery
guys.
option. Now, a power delivery means that the power pack will have a special USB-C which will let out measured power out onto an external device. So you can use the same USB connection for charging this, powering this, both from mains wall unit and also from an external battery pack. Now look at this. It looks like an extraterrestrial being here. Okay, now for convenience, I'm not going to put this onto that, the belt pack. I'm going to kind of try and show you how it works, here itself. I'm going to connect the camera and use the HDMI source here. Now I have to switch it on. To switch it on, long press the play button. It takes a little while to actually start up. Once it starts up, the next job is to connect the device onto all the networks. Now, the LAN cable, which I've connected, well, all I have to do is to just pick the LAN and it picks it automatically. The 5G and the 4G dongles, it identifies and connects onto it without any delay. Then what you need to connect is to a broadband or your hotspot. So all those places you
Jake,
will have to keep
on the beamstream.gg. Thank you, man.
in your password. I have explained this process in detail in the earlier
By the way, the
video.
reason I'm watching this right now is just in case I've missed something. There may be a feature that I'm not using yet or I'm not familiar with on the LiveU Solo. I mean, I've been using it for like 6 years. So far, nothing he said is new to me, but you can never, we just did a really good stream. So I'm just considering, I want to do it again and again. I want to repeat it. I want to always do good streams.
I'll put a timestamp there because I want to make this video really short. That's why you can click and watch that. Now I've connected my new Panasonic S5
Thank you, Jake.
2X 4K out, and I can see it here, right here. Well, it's very simple. Now this particular device and the setup is ready. Now what we have to do is to connect this device to the cloud and use LRT, which is the LiveU Reliable Transport, connect it to your CDMs,
So the thing that he hasn't really mentioned right now is that all of the things that he's done are cost, right? So first of all, you've got to buy the device, the LiveU Solo. Then you've got to buy, in his case, 4 different 4G connections, or 5G and 4G. So that's 4 different SIM services from a provider. Usually you'll want unlimited data. So there's 4 of those. Then you've got to pay for the live reliable transport. That's $800 a year. So you're copping a fair amount of money just to get this to go. Now, in my situation, I've got 1 4G connection, but I've also got a Starlink service, which I pay $180 a month for, unlimited data. And I pay $80 for my data plan on my phone and $20 additional for the 30 gig that I can then keep in the broadband modem. So with all that said, and the LRT costs, all that being said, I've put a link in my about section on YouTube, or the description of this stream, and I've put it everywhere else I can. There is a referral code for you to use, which gets you a month of free Starlink. And it gets me a month of free Starlink. Now, the thing with this is, if you're going to sign up to Starlink, you have to go to their website and start an account and sign up. If you click my referral link, it's the exact same process, the exact same everything, except that you get your first month free of charge. I get a month free of charge, and you get a month free of charge. The process is exactly the same. You just click the link, and it goes to the Starlink website, and you see a little drop down comes over the top of the website and says, you're using a referral. Stays there for about 3 seconds, then disappears. That's it. Then you're just on the website doing the thing, but you're getting a free month, and so am I. So can anybody that's watching this
even if you're not thinking about getting Starlink, maybe someone at your workplace, maybe someone at your school, maybe someone that you know is going to get Starlink, just give them that referral, because they don't need to know me. They don't need to care about me, but they want a free month, right? Everyone wants free shit. So spread that out and get free month of Starlink. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to come here. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to watch me. But do you get a free month of Starlink if you just click my link and sign up through there? Thank you for tweeting everything out, Jake. You know what will be better than tweeting out the stream? Tweeting out that referral link. Shit, yeah. Just kidding. You can do what you want, man.
Content delivery platforms, which are your Facebook, your YouTube, wherever that you want to, for which you will require the help of a computer. Once it is programmed, once it is scheduled, you will not require the device again. Now, you need to go to solo.liveu.tv.
This website, their portal, this is the portal website. It's so clunky and dated. It looks horrible. It doesn't need to look good, but come on, dudes, they could have flashed it up a little. It looks horrible.
And log in. For the first time use, you will have to register this device on your account. Now, I have already registered, so I don't need to register it, but it's pretty simple. Create a login and password, connect your device, and it'll pick your device, and it's right here. So once I pick this device, now this can also connect to another device, but we are connecting only to one device, which is here. Now, this is connected to this device. The serial number is here, visible. And again, use the timestamp given in the description to understand this process in detail. And now you can add, select your platforms to which you want to kind of stream. There are lots of possibilities.
Look how dated that looks.
Lots of possibilities. Now, this device will allow you to stream only to one platform at a time. And if you want to stream to multiple platforms, then you will have to subscribe to Switchboard. Yeah, that's another subscription.
Or you could stream to beamstream.gg and then you could do it from there. Just saying.
And you will be able to stream then onto multiple platforms. But the finest solution will be subscribing to LiveU's Solo Stream tools. Along with
another subscription.
Solo Pro, this will make a formidable combination if you want to shoot, produce, and distribute your stream. The stream tool will allow you to simultaneously stream to 3 different locations without the help of any third-party service, and it will also allow you to include your logo in the frame. In the unfortunate event of you losing the stream due to bad network, well, your viewers will be notified with a fallback screen.
That's pretty handy.
Of course, your company logo or an image, and also a message saying that you'll be back immediately after the network is restored. And if you have subscribed to LRT, you will also be supported with SRT, which is a protocol designed to deliver low latency audio and video streams across all public and private networks.
I didn't choose to use SRT. I chose to just use RTMP. It's more reliable transport mechanism, but it's dated.
Well, if I want Facebook, I go to Facebook and I say continue as Radhakrishnan, which my name is, and now who can watch it? I'm going to create a only me stream. So only
imagine paying all that money and then just streaming to Facebook of all the platforms. Like I'm using Facebook here with Restream, but it's a free service on Restream.
And see it, continue as Radhakrishnan, and obviously Facebook will not allow you a 4K streaming. It'll allow you a maximum of full HD. I have to create
full
a
HD.
New stream.
720.
Give it
okay, so we don't need to learn this crap. We don't need to learn all that. We know how that works.
The preview stream. It's in only me mode, so only I can see it.
Look at his bandwidth cranking up.
Preview here happening right in front of me. All right, so
that's pretty slow.
This is how
didn't even get to 2 meg.
Happening.
Dude, he hasn't even hit 2 meg there. With 4 connections? I guess he didn't wait long enough.
Right in front of me. All right, so this is how clean the the transmission.
What is your name on Vaughan Live?
I'm
Give us a
looking
minute.
at myself here.
Give us a minute. Is it not up there?
I mean, it's so clean. It's so clean. I can't imagine. There is no jitter. There is no stuttering. There's no hesitation in the stream. It's as clean as it can be. I just want
Actually,
to make sure
I beg your pardon. My name is on Vaughan Live. It's just Gives. I don't know how I didn't get Gives a minute. I don't think they let me have that long a handle. How come? I'm just looking at it right now. I don't know why I didn't choose Gives a minute. I signed up on. Vaughan Live like years ago. Yeah. I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking at it right now. I couldn't change that. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a strange website, dude. I've been over there for years and never really paid much to it. But anyway.
One watching this tamasha. All right, it's just me. Okay, so this is how easy.
Okay, so we got it.
It's a kind of a serious setup. It is that it's a kind of a serious setup. It is, make no mistake, it is a serious setup, and it's not for those people who want to kind of get something out onto the stream. No, this is for a serious user or someone who really cares about their work and they want to put it out there with the best quality possible. Now, LiveU also has some amazing solutions for the broadcast, business. Now,
so we don't need to learn about the broadcast business because it's all kind of the same right now. But I just thought that was worth looking at briefly because we did an unsuccessful stream last week, an IRL stream, where I tried to just use the LiveU Solo without LRT, so no live reliable transport, and one network, and it did not work at all. It was a horrible experience for me, horrible experience for you watching. It was bunky, jittery, constant dropouts. I had Starlink at really good upload bandwidth, but it just wouldn't work properly. So then this week, I went and did a stream using Starlink again on the LiveU Solo, but I added an Optus 4G service and I turned on the LRT. I paid for it, turned it back on, and we did a seamless stream for 4 hours. And I just wanted to make certain that I didn't miss anything. I'm going to go and grab myself a coffee right now and maybe a little cookie. And then we're going to move on and take a look at some other videos that have been prompted. Mainly Dale wants me to watch some stuff. He's got a few links for us, so we'll take a look at that. I'll be right back. You can enjoy some surfboarding. That's right, I said surfboard.
All right. Got myself a coffee and some cookies, which I shoved down my gob already. What's on the back of this cup? That's dirty. It's fresh out of the dishwasher too. Damn, that's warm. Okay, let's move on. We got some content here to look at. We got some videos that Dale has lined up for us. Ila Malinen just did a new routine, ice skating. Not something I'm very familiar with, but I'm going to learn. Wait for us, please. What's this one? Wait for us. Luca streaming, skiing Black Crow skis. Looks like a YouTube short. And then America has bet everything on these tiny nuclear reactors. Look at these contents we got lined up here. And if time allows us, we'll take a little look at TB, Toothboy. I'm just keen to hang out and just chill for a while here. If you're down for that, then we shall all have a great time.
Ilya Malinin is supposed to be a glitch in the Matrix. On paper, he is not just the favorite for Olympic gold in Milan. He is an inevitability. He is the quad god. The only human in history to land the quad axel. A skater who has effectively beaten the video game of figure skating by performing jumps that were mathematically considered impossible just 5 years ago.
Wow.
He arrived in Italy undefeated over the last 2 seasons, having just won his 4th consecutive United States title by a staggering margin. But as Ilya Malinin stepped onto the ice for practice at the Milano Ice Skating Arena on February 4th, 2026, the aura of invincibility started to crack. For the first time in his career, the man who eats gravity for breakfast admitted he was afraid.
Such a load of wank. The man who eats gravity for breakfast. Yo, Birchie, can I post links in here? Yes, I believe so. I believe you can. And if you can't, I didn't disable them in YouTube. I think YouTube might not allow that. But you can definitely post links in other platforms such as Kick and DLive, I believe.
I'll have bad days where I think about the pressure and it really shuts me down, he told a packed press conference. It puts me in not the best mood. It's a lot to handle when the whole world is waiting for you to do something miraculous. The world does not just want Ilya to win. They want him to break physics. They want the historic 6 quad program. They want the world record score of 335.30. They want the god. But behind the scenes, Ilya Malinin is dealing with a very human reality. He is breaking in new skates, a process that is famously strenuous and unpredictable during an Olympic week. He is wearing a pair of bright yellow skate laces gifted to him by NHL legend Alex Ovechkin.
Birchie, I can't find a stream using my LiveU, but here's a quick 1-minute clip I made for you just now from my last trip using mobile on iPhone and M6 router. Just shows you don't need a LiveU. Cool, man. I have to be careful. I will have a look at that, but I won't do it right now. I've been trolled in the past, and I'm not suggesting you are a troll, but I need to be a little safety conscious. That's all.
A symbol of the greatness he is expected to carry. What happens to a god when he realizes he still has to bleed like everyone else? In Milan, the game is not just about rotation anymore. It is about survival. To understand why the pressure is so high, you have to understand the math of what Ilya Malinin actually does.
Thanks, man.
Let's talk about the quad axle. In a standard quad, you rotate 4 times in the air. In an axle, you take off forward, which means you have to complete an extra half rotation. That is 1,260 degrees of spin in less than 0.8 seconds. For decades, sports scientists said the human frame could not withstand the torque. They said the ankles would snap.
Wow.
They said the brain could not process the rotation speed. And for Ilya, it tops out at over 6 rotations per second. When Ilya Malinin lands a quad...
How was that sound effect, dude?
It tops out at over 6 rotations per second.
That's extreme. Why would you put that sound effect in there? That's like, you don't need to add that. It's already impressive.
And for Ilya, it tops out at over 6 rotations per second. When Ilya Malinin lands a quad axle, his body absorbs nearly 800 pounds of force. That is the equivalent of a small car being dropped on his lead leg from a height of 3 feet. And he does not just do it once, he does it while moving 20 miles per hour on a steel blade that is only 4 millimeters thick. But Ilya's rebellion against physics does not stop with the axle. He has spent the 2026 season incorporating elements that the International Skating Union, ISU, barely knows how to score. One of them is the raspberry twist, an acrobatic horizontal spin named after the Russian word malina. The backflip is a move that was banned for decades as too dangerous, until Ilya helped force a rule change in 2024. He did not just move the bar, he threw the bar away. He is playing a different sport than everyone else. This technical dominance created a mathematical trap. Because Ilya can land jumps no one else can, his base value is so high that he can fall twice and still outscore a perfect rival. But in Milan, winning is
so this guy is he's going to kill it, right? Like he's going to kill the Winter Olympics if he hasn't already. Yeah.
the goal. The goal is the legacy. And for the first time, Ilya is realizing that being the favorite means you have everything to lose and nothing left to prove. Ilya Malinin was not just coached for this moment. He was engineered for it. His parents, Tatiana Malinina and Roman Skorniakov, were not just skaters. They were Olympians for Uzbekistan. He was raised in the language of the blade in a Virginia rink, dissecting the mechanics of rotation with two people who knew exactly what the Olympic pressure felt like. His mother was a Grand Prix final champion, and his father was a consistent technical titan. But as he arrived in
a consistent technical titan. Come again?
Champion, and his father was a consistent technical titan.
Gotta love those consistent technical titans.
But as he arrived in Milan, he added a new layer to his warrior identity. He is wearing bright yellow laces, a personal gift from Washington Capitals captain Alex Ovechkin.
Absolute warrior there with those yellow laces. That's the sign. That's the sign, folks, the yellow laces. This is AI, right? This is AI generated, surely. Write me a script about this and make it fanciful. What?
Ovechkin, the man who defied age to chase Gretzky's goal record, saw something in Ilya, a shared killer instinct. Malinin's agent, Ari Zakarian, connected the two titans, and now those yellow laces are a constant visual reminder of the greatness Ilya is.
That's not yellow. That's green, right? They changed that. That's orange, man. That's orange.
Yellow laces are a constant visual reminder of the
and that's green.
Ilya is
but it started off yellow.
Those yellow laces are a constant visual reminder.
Kind of starts off yellow. Oh, that's the framing that you want. That's yellow. That's green. Why have they done that?
Of the greatness Ilya is expected to deliver. But that bloodline and those connections come with a heavy tax. There is a specific kind of weight that comes with being a second-generation Olympian. It's not just your dream on the line. It's the continuation of a family legacy. On February 4th, Ilya admitted that following in his parents' footsteps is an honor, but you can see the toll. He is 19 years old. He is carrying the expectations of a family.
I am not a human. I am a robot. I genuinely cannot watch these videos when they're just a robot voice. Hate it.
And a sport that is desperate for its first Biles-level superstar. He spent his life being the quad god his parents built. But in Milan, he's trying to find out who Ilya is. He's reaching out to artists, contacting musicians directly to clear rights, and trying to prove that he is a performer, not just a technical anomaly. In 2026, Ilya Malinin is attempting the most dangerous jump of his career. And it's not an axle, it's an artistic reinvention. He knows the critics say he is all jumps and no soul. He knows his component scores are lower than Yuma Kageyama's. So, for the Milano Cortina Games, he has completely reworked his identity. His short program. The Lost Crown is a high-octane tribute to the Prince of Persia video game.
Wow.
It's a choice that reflects his own personality.
Prince of Persia. Is he going to walk up to the edge and go, remember that game where the character does this little... I remember it.
A gamer, a Lego builder, a kid of the digital age. He worked with legendary choreographer Shaylin Bourne to turn the ice into a battleground, lip-syncing to the music and smiling through jumps that should be impossible. But it's his free skate A voice that has the skating world talking. For the first time in Olympic history, a skater is using their own spoken voice as part of the soundtrack. Ilya spent hours in a recording studio with Shaylin and her husband, director Bohdan Turok, perfecting the phrasing. He wanted to tell the story of the internal noise, the pressure, the pain, and the warrior spirit required to fight through it. Malinin said he was the first person to use his own voice in a program. He wanted it to be unique. He wanted the audience to hear him, not just see him. But this is a massive tactical gamble. In the 100-year history of the sport, judges have traditionally rewarded classical, silent grace. By adding spoken word and video game beats, Ilya is asking the judges to enter his world. If they don't buy the story, the most difficult quads in the world might not be enough to save his score. He is trading points for authenticity. And in Milan, that is the highest stakes bet you can make. As if the quad axle was not enough, Ilya Malinin decided to set the Olympic Village on fire this week with 3 words: maybe, maybe not. During his Tuesday press conference in Milan, reporters asked the question everyone has been whispering: is the quintuple jump coming? A 5-revolution jump, 1,800 degrees of spin. A move that would effectively end the quad era and begin something entirely new. Malinin has been teasing the Quint Salchow in practice for months. He has the rotation speed, he has the height, and on February 3rd, he dropped the bombshell. Physically, I am ready. And he said, if the time is right, you might see it. This is the Malinin glitch at its most extreme. He is playing psychological warfare with the rest of the field. By even mentioning a quintuple, he forces his rivals to rethink their entire strategy. How do you compete with a man who is already bored with the impossible? But the risk is catastrophic. A quintuple requires a level of perfection that leaves 0 margin for error. 1 millimeter off in the takeoff, and the impact force could end a career. In Milan, the ice is reportedly hard and fast. It is great.
The ice is hard? Isn't all ice the same? Definitely on an Olympic style ring, right? It's got to be this. It's frozen water. How different is it?
Great for power, but punishing for a fall. Is he actually going to do it, or is he just keeping everyone on their toes, as he put it with a grin? Either way, he has shifted the focus from will he win to what will he invent next. He has turned the Olympic final into his own personal laboratory. The men's short program begins in less than 48 hours. The atmosphere at the Milano Ice Skating Arena is electric. But for Team USA, the mood is one of calculated caution. Ilya's rivals are circling. Yuma Kageyama, the Japanese master of the surgical landing, is betting that the quad god will crack under the weight of his own ambition. Kageyama does not have the axle, but he has the consistency. Ilya's admission of bad days on February 4th changed the math. When the favorite admits they are shutting down from the pressure, they are no longer the predator. They are the prey. He has admitted that going your own way can feel lonely. He has separated himself so far from the rest of the field technically that he has no one to pace himself against. He is in a race against his own potential, and the finish line keeps moving. He is 21. He is the world record holder. He is the quad god. But as he stares at the Olympic rings in Milan, he is not thinking about the 1,260 degrees of rotation.
Hey!
He is thinking
Hold the fort, folks. The H-Man is back. Hold the phone, Hendrik. I did some ice skating back in high school. Shitloads of fun. Welcome back to the channel, man. It's nice to see you. Yeah, you're. Let me just be the first to say you're welcome back here. Everyone's welcome back. There was a period of time when you definitely were not welcome. There was a period of time when I didn't even know if I was welcome here. But there you are on YouTube, and it's good to see you, man. And yeah, everyone's welcome back. Charlotte's welcome back. Dale's already been back. You're welcome back. Everyone's good. Everything's fine. The waters are the waters are parted. No, the sailing. I can't think of the metaphor. It's clear. It's clean sailing right now. Sure, we do need to chat in private though. I mean, I'll be completely straight up about this. I'm not talking about anything to do with that. If what you wanted to talk about was that, then I'm not doing that. I'm not putting any headspace. I'm not giving that any headspace at all. So I've already shelved that, and I consider that a closed chapter. And so if you think that you need to talk about it, then you can assess that yourself. I'm not going to go down that avenue. I'm done. I'm not drawing up. I will apologize for potentially overreacting and responding the way I did. In the moment, I was caught up with something that I thought was something, and it turns out that was not the case. And I responded poorly multiple times to you and this and that. It's done. If you want to be here, if you want to do it, you're welcome to, but that's it. Like, it's from what I consider, it's just a starting point to go from here. And where we go from here is up to us. We don't need that, and we don't need to deal with. I dealt with it, and my dealing with it is that I don't touch any of that ever again. Nothing to do with her. Oh, well, that's good. That's good then. Yeah, that's great, dude. So let's continue on. But it's good to see you, dude. It's good to see you. I hope everything's good with you. I mean, it hasn't been that long that I guess it's been 3 months or so. But yeah, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, good to have you back, dude.
About the landing. Success in 2026 for Ilya Malinin is not just about the gold medal. It is about surviving the marathon.
Okay, by the way, I can't deal with this fucking garbage video, but I want to find out how this dude did at the Winter Olympics. So I was pulling up ChatGPT before that bombshell of H-Man arriving. How did Ilya Malinin, is that how you spell it? Ilya Malinin. Ilya Malinin do in the Winter Olympics? Did we see his record? And I was starting to type. Short answer, it was a shock. He didn't win, and we didn't get the historic quad axel moment people were hoping for. He didn't do it. Wow, here's what happened. The team event was the good news. He won gold with Team USA in the team figure skating. Individual men's, the upset. He entered as the massive favorite, led after the short program by about 5 points, planned the hardest Olympic program ever, 7 quads. But in the free skate, he fell twice, popped or downgraded multiple jumps. He popped. He popped. The planned quad axel didn't happen. He bailed out and it became a much lower value jump. He dropped all the way to 8th place overall. What a hoax. Gold went to Mikhail Shidorov with a clean 5 quad program. Did we see the record axel quad axel? No. Malinin is still the only person ever to land a clean quad axel in competition. At the Olympics, he attempted it but aborted early, so there was no historic landing. I want to see this quad axel. Here's a highlight video from the games. No. I want to see the you got a link to the quad axel. He did. He has done. Yeah, here's the famous quad axle 4A that made Linian Lalabadia la legendosity. They've got no sound here, obviously, but the quad axle. What resolution is this? Okay, so I guess you've got to be a. Oh, that's 720. You've got to be a. I mean, this is like watching skateboarding. If you're not a skateboarder, it doesn't really mean much. So hang on. There's one rotation. There's two rotations. There's three. There's four. It's pretty. It's 4.5, right? So he lands to fakie backwards. So there's 4.5. That's pretty rad. Yeah, that's pretty rad. I will say this though, and no shade to the ice skating, but it's kind of like rollerblading. It's a bit like it's stuck to your feet. Like, I don't know. Like, I've always thought skateboarding is so much radder than rollerblading, because if you want to do something gnarly, there's a huge additional factor that you've got to make the board stay on your feet. Whereas with rollerblading and ice skating, it's permanently. It's basically how high you can jump and how fast you can spin. Whereas skateboarding, it's how high you can jump and how fast you can spin, and can you keep that board under your feet. Rollerblading is nothing like ice skating. No, but just the simple concept of it being stuck to your feet. If we're going to disagree on this, Hendrik, we cannot be friends, man. I think you've got to leave right now. In fact, I'm going to make a whole video dedicated to you leaving. If you think if we can't disagree about rollerblading, it's over, man, before it's even begun. I am joking. Oh, shit. Excuse me. There's another video here. Speaking of stuck to your feet, here's skiing. You could say, but what about snowboarding, Gives? You're talking about stuck to your feet. Snowboarding stuck to your feet? Yeah. Snowboarding's a bit lame. Not as lame as rollerblading, though. You know the hardest thing about rollerblading? Telling your family you're gay. That's a joke.
See you guys down there.
Looks like hard packed snow. That's great with the GoPro Max Lens mod. Wow. That'd be epic. Now the snow's getting softer. Hell yeah. Did they hike up? Man, those are hiking prints. They walked up. They walked that whole journey. That's that's epic. It would have taken like a good 3 or 4 hours hiking up. Oh, it sounds icy there. Must be wind blown. Hendrik, I've always been denied the chance to ski by my parents back in Germany. Really? They wouldn't let you go skiing?
See you guys down there.
Repeats itself. Pretty rad. Pretty rad. What do we got here? America has bet everything on these tiny nuclear reactors. Oh.
For the first time, the newsreel camera is allowed inside the atom bomb city of Oak Ridge, Tennessee, where a vast army of workers kept...
My sister got to ski all the time. So you weren't allowed to? You were a naughty boy, Hendrik, huh? No skiing for you, Hendrik.
Secret of a new age.
Los Alamos gets most of the Manhattan Project attention, but it was here, in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, that the industrial end
Sounds like Nick Cave, Red Right Hand.
of the U.S.'s nuclear program got going.
Kind
This
of.
is where we enriched the uranium that would go into the first atomic bombs. In the decades that have followed, Oak Ridge National Laboratory has remained as a major
It's kind of sorry. I'm not even listening to the dialogue. I'm listening to the background music. It's like if you typed into Suno AI, and said, "Write me a song stylized in the same manner as Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds," it would come up with something like that, with the clanging and a slow, like the tempo of it's just like meandering. I still am a naughty boy, apparently. Right. I thought Red Right Hand, it's the clanging, that bell clang, right? Ding.
nuclear technology research hub. The U.S., though, has failed to maximize many of the lab's discoveries.
That's it.
This is due, in large part, to the country souring on nuclear energy and nuclear power plants. That is, until now.
Now you see the administration shifting more towards nuclear energy.
There's your boy, Hendrik. There's your boy, Donald. It's good that you're back.
Until
And we're
now.
watching a political...
Now you see the...
There he is. Well, it's going to be a great stream. Going to have a great time. I like that Hendrik guy. I can't do his
administration shifting
voice.
more towards nuclear energy.
Love him or loathe him, President Trump has very much helped make America pro-nuclear again.
We're going to have a little
He's ordered the
fun.
U.S. to boost its nuclear energy production and make new plants, which is why I've come to Oak Ridge and the headquarters of Standard Nuclear.
This area in Tennessee, I think of it as the Silicon Valley for nuclear. There's government institutions here. There are nuclear reactors all around. There's also a great university close by. So there's a large talent pool. And historically, this is one of the key sites for the Manhattan Project. So there's a large history, a large heritage of the nuclear industry here.
Standard Nuclear is building off decades of research done at Oak Ridge National Lab into something called TRISO fuel.
The name TRISO stands for tristructural isotropic, which is a central fuel kernel. You take that kernel and then you apply coating layers to it.
These are tiny fuel particles that surround uranium with layers of carbon and ceramic materials. The casing acts like a containment system for each particle.
America is a nation that
completely
can be
hermetically
defined in a
sealed.
single word. I was going to excuse me.
So none of the fission gases are
Me old
getting
mate
out,
Donald.
and it's extremely
Love the
effective,
fucker.
extremely robust.
The pitch is that TRISO is very safe and ideal for a new class of small nuclear reactors being built by a handful of startups. These so-called small modular reactors are all the rage, and they can, in theory, be placed anywhere extra energy is needed.
We're gonna have a little fun.
Standard is trying to become
Have nothing
the main
else to do,
TRISO
so
fuel
let's have a little
supplier for
fun,
these
right?
reactors
A
and
little
to
fun,
benefit
right?
from a U.S. nuclear revival.
We're seeing the wave of new reactors that use this type of fuel coming at us. Most startup companies that are developing small reactors in the U.S. now are using this type of fuel because it's inherently safe.
A lot of this process revolves around refining the particles to be the perfect composition and size. Standard puts them through one stage after another, tests their chemistry, and sorts them.
So the first step of the process is where you take a uranium feedstock, dissolve it in acids, mix it with some other components, and we make what we call a broth. If you keep it cold, it remains a liquid. If you heat it up, it becomes a solid.
It's weird.
So yeah, it's different than normal properties. So basically, this is where industrial scale kernel manufacturing.
Baby.
And so we can run about 3 kilograms of uranium through this system in a day.
Where do you guys get the uranium?
A lot of it comes from Canada, actually, in the U.S. We also have uranium mines in the U.S. Okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
the next step is TRISO coating, okay?
So we start out with the liquid.
We make a gel sphere. We put it in a furnace to densify and convert them to the chemical composition that we want. We upgrade them, and then we bring them to this process where we coat them. Okay. And then you can get up there, and when you look, you'll start to see the particles rotating around.
That's crazy. So what's happening? They're all just moving around?
They're all flowing around, and it's important that they flow around so they're evenly coated.
And the glow I'm seeing is just heat.
The glow you're seeing is it's glowing red hot.
It's like looking at the sun.
Don't do that.
To give your finances superpowers,
Don't do an
switch
ad.
to Brex.
Slide an ad right in
The
there.
amount of activity that you would release during a severe accident is much lower.
A typical light water reactor, there's 90 or so operating around the U.S. Severe accidents for those can be bad. We know about Fukushima.
Kaboomskis.
The reactors that use TRISO fuel are really incapable, as a function of their design, of having an accident like that. Once finally you have TRISO particles and they're ready to go into their final fuel form, you can make simple shapes like that. You can also make shapes like this. So you could put TRISO particles in here and
How is the background audio, dude? It's crazy music.
make a very complex fuel element.
So if you've seen the TRISO particles, it's just a big jar of very, very tiny loose particles. So you have to make a fuel form out of that, right? And there's a couple of different methods to use. Traditionally, is to embed those in a graphite matrix, right? So you have this little graphite pellet, and they're all inside. The other is the silicon carbide. So during the printing process, all the powder that doesn't get binder just remains loose powder, and that's what we're removing now. Everything that gets binder turns into the shape of the part that you want.
Okay, I see a gem hiding in there.
Mm-hmm. And what I'll do now is air pressure.
Aha! Behold.
Recognize that?
It's glorious.
Nice logo.
Looks extra nice when it's made of silicon carbide.
The physics on TRISO does check out. It really has been proven to be very safe, and China has been building TRISO reactors for years. The US military,
Cool.
AI startups, and others want to place these reactors, which can fit in a shipping container, anywhere they need extra energy.
You might be able to put them in cities, you might be able to put them next to AI data centers.
That's what this fuel enables. There's a bunch of also military uses. The most common place to have our troops lost overseas is fuel convoys to supply remote bases. So if you can drop a reactor that's inherently safe at one of those remote bases, then you completely eliminate the diesel supply line that you need.
Standard hopes that its factory here is the first of many, as the US tries to catch up with technology it invented in the first place.
I need to figure out what's going to allow us to produce TRISO at scale for the cheapest cost. We want to democratize TRISO because the more reactors that use this fuel, the more we can sell.
So that's a business.
For public
It's
consumption.
a business, man. That's cool. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let's move on. Speaking of interesting, let's move on and take a look at our buddy Toothboy. We were watching, what video were we watching? Oh, his 5-year anniversary. I bought a Ghost Town 5 years ago video. We've got it tabbed out here. And we are an hour and 10 into a 3.5 hour video. So let us continue. He's putting his play button in that American hotel. Excuse me. Whoa. COVID. Excuse me.
Button thing. Look at that. Look how shiny it is. I think it's looking great. This is crazy to think about that.
1 million subs.
15 months ago, I never made a video in my life. And now.
Come on, dude. Stop lying. Why are you fucking lying? He's lying, man. He's made videos before.
Thanks to all your support, 1 million of you have chosen to subscribe to this channel.
Is Toothboy still a thing? Absolutely it is. Whoa, shit. Look who's in the chat. Oh, shit. It's lucky that Dale, hello, Dale, by the way. It's lucky Dale's on DLive and Hendrix on YouTube because, you can't fight amongst each other from a different platform like that. Told you, the micro nuke power plants. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Nice to see you, Dale. Look above in the chat and say hello to Hendrik and try not to fight. I'm not fighting with anybody. You guys could all learn from me. Shit. Don't learn from me. I've got none of the secrets.
We all know the real reason that you guys follow this channel, watch along, and the real reason this plaque is here today is because of you. Tofu.
The alpacas.
A little bit. And Beretta.
Where are the alpacas?
What do you guys think? Plaque? No, you can't eat it. Elon, calm down. What do you think, Elon? Whoa. He's that excited about it, huh? You guys are the real stars of the show, especially you, Tofu. Elon, look at that. That's what you look like. That's what the
rules of Fight Club.
Guys, Elon, Tofu. I know this is exciting for you.
It's my channel. No, my stream, my rules.
Just as exciting for me. This plaque, it's been a long time coming. It's exciting.
What do you mean it's been a long time coming? You've only been doing YouTube for 15 months, you sly dog dude. You got 1 million subs in 15 months and you're telling me that's a long time coming? I've been doing YouTube for 10 years and I've got 25,000. That's a long time coming, man. 15 months and 1 million is not a long time coming.
Fortunately, Tofu, you better take the last look of it because this plaque is going underground. This plaque is going to join me right above here in the Union Mine, where we're going to take this thing 900 feet down the Union Mine to leave it for a future generation.
This is sick.
I love finding things back in the mine so much. And can you imagine a long time from now finding this down there in a time capsule of 2021 and what YouTube was. So without further ado, let's take this thing up there and bring it down a mine.
We got water, it's party time, let's go down.
Copy that, I'll get Tony back to
Bishop? You mean Independence in a little trailer. Is that a audio?
Yep.
You're the heartbeat of the water?
I can hear the heartbeat, yeah.
Let's just keep doing continuous radio checks and go to a flash.
H-Man, I do like how one of... Where's my mouse? I do like how one of his goats is called after one of the greatest scam artists of all time, Elon. Man, my take on him has changed over the years. Yeah, Elon Musk is a fucking weirdo, right? He's a weird dude. I have some plaque on my teeth, need a dentist maybe. Yeah, you probably should get that checked out.
So we started down and very quickly my feelings dropped. I think the whole mood in the cage turned from one of great excitement of what's below of, oh shit, I hope we can make it back up.
Maybe about 50 feet below us, there's something hanging in the middle, hanging on this side of the shaft a little bit. You see that?
Yo, Melody Sparks. Melody Sparks? No. How you doing, Melody?
Hey, stop.
All right.
Stop.
Okay, tell them go ahead and go. Stop. I think we're...
Yeah, you stopped, yeah.
We're good.
No, we're stuck, aren't we?
No, it was a rope.
Well, maybe. Was it in the track?
It's in the track.
See if he can pull us up or let it down.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Track. Can you pull us up maybe a foot? Just
Copy, coming up.
Oh yeah. It's kind of sticky. I think I don't like this idea.
Is that okay?
Let's go a little bit more up. That's pretty sticky, boys.
With plaque on your teeth, you definitely need a dentist. Yes. Yo, Comtech's in the house too. Comtech, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
Don't know that you're going down in this thing, Brett. All right, hold down.
Sorry, Comtech, I'm just looking at the Ethereum price. I was going to buy it today, buy a little more Ethereum, but I was going to do it if it came under $2,000. It's now 2,090. The other day it was 1,970 or something. I think I've missed the chance to get it under $2,000. Bugger.
You know, the goal was just to cut it, give it some room to breathe, to bow out a little bit so the cage could float past. It was a tense 15 minutes of just sawing on this guide rail, trying not to fall down the shaft, passing it from one person to the other so we could saw from different angles, trying to get the thing loose, not knowing if...
How is everybody? Well, I can't speak on everyone's behalf, but I'm feeling great, Melody. I'm feeling good. Some fun stuff coming up. Crypto is a scam, bro. Crypto's a scam, bro. Don't buy that shit. What am I gonna talk in the Kiwi accent, bro? Crypto is the biggest scam since Nintendo, bro. What a scam that shit was.
Down any further, but not knowing if we could go back up either.
You probably can't get in that hole. Oh, hell. Is there a bolt? No, it's tight. You can't suck it in.
Luckily, after a bunch of work, cage passed.
All right, past another obstacle of sorts. And we're keeping going down.
Virgin territory. It's like first day of kindergarten.
There we go. Now we're good.
The concept that they're doing, or what they're doing here, by going down on this shaft. Yeah, I use those words. Going down in this shaft for the first time in like decades on a hoist that hasn't been used in so long that the timber is all bowed out and they got to cut themselves free. I wouldn't be keen to do that unless I was also not jimmying, what's the word? Harnessing myself onto something. Because at any moment, this thing could fall, right? Like something could break and then you're falling potentially 400 feet to your death. So I'd be always making sure that I've got an additional third point or second point of contact on somewhere in that shaft. I'd be hanging onto that shaft with everything. I'd be holding on. How are you, Benon? I'm good. Going down that shaft. Yeah. Let's keep. Even though I said it, let's keep ourselves out of the gutter. Wait, what? You pervs. That's just my take on it. You just safety first here, folks. Safety first.
I'd say 20 feet. We got this thing hanging out. It looks
like we'll clear it, or it's on your side. I can't see it.
It's just a plank.
I'm going to stay in the gutter. Well, you guys are all welcome to go down into the gutter and have a good time. I'm not down there. I'm going to keep that to myself. But I'm just observing from the distance.
Yeah, it might flip though.
It might flip up and drop down the shaft.
You got, what do you want to do? Well, give us, I'll head slow until we get down.
Yeah, just keep going.
Up, just call off the feet.
I might just be able to kick it out of the way.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm always in the gutter, Melody.
We're 5 feet away.
Was it attached in?
No, it's a tiny little board.
Yeah. Okay.
We're probably going to clear it.
We're going to clear it? Okay.
But if not, it's just going to flip and it's going to fall down. See how tiny it is?
Right. I don't want to get wedged.
No, I know.
So you know the drill.
Yep.
Flip it.
Hold that way, kick it out of the way.
Flip it.
I'll get it. I got it.
Drop it.
Okay, we're clear of obstructions. Proceed on down.
The gutter, is that also known as the D-Live Discord? Ooh, shit. Them's fighting words. Melody, that's a cute... That's going to be weird. That is going to be weird. That's a cute D-Live sticker you got going on there. Do we know that one? The second one, the blonde girl. The top one, I remember that one from way back. Is that a streamer, that top one? The girl laughing? The blonde dancing girl. I don't think I've seen that one before. But that top one, I remember that from the golden day. That's you? Wait, which one? Oh, that's you, the blonde girl. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay, but that top one... Oh, I think I should know who that top one is too, but I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I should remember both of those, but I don't. I'm sorry. I'm just the golden era of D-Live kind of mashes all together for me, and I walk away from it thinking, what a shit show that was. That top one is from a TV show. Is it anyone we know? Is that actress that we should know? It's from That 70s Show. Okay, I've never seen that, but I've heard of it. I know about it.
Nice and loose. Make sure you radio me back so we can tell if we're getting scratchy or not.
Yeah, copy that. I can still hear you.
The further we got down towards the 900-foot level, the more the cage started acting up. It was chattering as if it was stuck, but it was free from any obstruction.
So what do you got going down there, Craig?
We're dangling totally free, but it's like it's choppy. It's jumping as we're going down, and we're not getting caught anywhere.
So it's either we got a problem with the head wheel or something, because it's acting weird at the hoist too. I'm having a hard time keeping it steady. steady, but it's not
Dude.
rattling or anything like that.
That is frightening. Imagine being on that thing. You don't like, they probably should have just sent it down with like 700 feet of rope and tied the rope. And so they have to keep letting rope out. Do you know what I mean? Like pretend, like don't put a human in it to test it, which is essentially what they're doing. They're putting, not even that, they're putting a human in it to clear it, to make sure that it works. But you only get one chance with that. Whereas if you put the hoist, if you sent the hoist down with a rope tied to it, at least you could keep feeding the rope out. And when it stopped, like when the hoist got stuck, you could say, okay, so at least we know we can go down to that point with safety. So we could pull it back up to the top and then go down and have the rope until the rope gets to that point where it was stopped. Then you go, okay, somewhere here, we got to tie ourselves off, make sure we're safe and work out what's going on. It's Mia Kunis. That's right. Mia Kunis, Comtech. Yes, yes. I did. I see. I should remember that. I don't. Melia Kunis. Yeah, yeah. See, I remember having this conversation, but I don't remember what the result was. But I remember that someone said to me once that that's someone famous, and it was a big. Well, then why? Oh, it was just like people just used it on DLive just because whatever, right? It's kind of like Mayunas. Wow. Speaking of DLive, who did that on DLive? Comtech receiving a sub from Dale. Thank you, Dale. You are really keeping DLive alive, man. Dale, I appreciate that. I want to, just for shits and giggles, one day I'm going to pull out my old, careful, I'm going to pull up my old streaming stuff and I'm going to add the alerts to the DLive alerts, like Mayunas, wow, and all that stuff. What does happen when you, I'm not doing this just to get a donation, but what was the one? It was not a lemon. What was this? It was a lemon, a diamond, lemon, diamond, ninjagini, ninjet, right? There were 4. Wow! There it is. That's what I was saying. That's what I was going to say. What? Who did that? Comtech. Mayunas. Wow! So that's for a lemon, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. You're going to pull out your old what? Yeah, yeah. As I was saying that, I was like, hold on, back. Wow! Yeah, that, and then, yeah, there's that, and then there was Mayunas. Wow! And then there was the diamond one, which was just like a, but then the, and then we had the other ones where we did like the double, you know what? Let's pull up the DLive. Mayunas, wow! The other ones were, let's go over here. This is me signed in. Yeah. Here they are. The triple give. Tokomo special treatment. Remember these? Oh, it's gone too big now. The triple give. See, these custom donates I had to trigger when someone did. And remember we were like, hang on, was that 3 lemons? That's the triple give. And then I'd trigger it. The Tokomo special treatment. Scotty, I played the 5th. The Benny 12 scoop. The tips your hat gives. Watering the roses. That's a Scotty I played plus a sub. That's right. Yeah. I've still got all my old shit down here. Multiple organisms. That's all my gear links. The Jack behind me, Linktree. And I did put in the new Starlink link here. If you want to get a free month of Starlink, that's where you doozes it. Yeah, those days were fun, man. Mayunas, wow! I'm going to put that back up there because, you know, good times in DLive's life. Yeah, but Dale, as we spoke of in the Discord today or yesterday, my attempt to get let back into the DLive Discord on Twitter hasn't garnered any attention from DLive. It's only garnered attention from our beloved H-Man who chose to hit back, which is that's up to him. If he wants to hit back at me, that's fine, Hendrik. You can slap me around. I'm okay. But I'm not going to respond to you on public or in public on that. I'm just going to let that sit. But I did do that tweet to try to get DLive to say, hey, man, we'll let you back in. The person who banned you all those years ago is no longer no longer a staff member or whatever, and we don't even know why you were banned. Neither do I, to be honest, because all I did was ask about the money. Where is the money? Still don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Acting like the shaft really tight.
Yeah, like I said.
It should be EMT, mouth to mouth, keep your heart beating. That's not 100% accurate, Benon? It's not 100% accurate? Patience. Okay, I'll be patient. I am a patient boy. I'll wait. Man, I got, I want to tell, I'm not going to do it. I want to tell you guys some stuff, but historically, this is where I fuck up. So I'm going to not tell you, but I'm just going to leave that there.
We're dancing around down here. It's just
things take time, Dale. Time is what keeps us alive. Time. We've all got time. I've got time. Time takes you in and time will take you out. Who said that? Flavor Flav. That's why he wears a clock around his body. Flavor Flav, Public Enemy. Ex-Public Enemy.
Not touching anything. If you want to try another 20 feet, if it doesn't feel good, we'll figure something out.
What a beautiful group of people you are. You are good. I wish I looked like you.
What a beautiful look of people you are. That's going to be weird. That's going to be weird. Time is on your side. What a beautiful looking people. I love that.
We're looping the head wheel more right now, so hopefully that might help. Other than that, there's a whole lot else I can do.
Oh shit. See the bottom?
Beautiful looking people.
Look at that big old, oh look at that, there's the bottom.
Yeah, I see something sitting there.
And then there's got this guide rail popping out though. I'm just talking to the camera.
We got a lot of gaps.
That's it.
On my left too, or?
Yeah, it's great.
You got a little bow in this one on this side, Craig. See it right here? We're dancing pretty good though.
No, we've got 3 inches. I think we may be okay.
We're approaching the bottom. 900 feet down. The Union Mine. Woohoo! Now look at that. We all get to explore.
The first time the skiff has been down here. And
yeah.
Who knows when?
Who knows when?
Now let's hope it'll pull it back up.
Details.
Let's
Details.
not talk about
yeah,
that.
we'll just explore for a little bit.
Shut the
This is it, guys.
Holy schnitzel.
900 feet down.
Look over here. Oh, wow. Brent, get over there.
Here's the shit right here, man. Look at this.
Dang. That's, wow.
Okay, can you copy?
They probably stop.
2 more feet?
Maybe stop.
Copy that.
Go ahead, stop.
Stop.
Woo! Hey, we're gonna have to climb out, boys. All right, let's down. We have arrived.
Sounds good.
And for me, I turned just slightly, and immediately I recognized what I was looking at.
Oh man, I remember a photo from right here.
Yeah.
Hendrik Kick just thought I was under 16 and wanted age verification. So that would be probably because you may not have signed into Kick for a while. You might not have been here for a period. And there was that mandatory Australia-wide social media verification process where everyone had to request your re-signing in kind of thing. It's not a Kick thing, it's a government thing. And yeah, if you haven't done it already, you'll probably have to do it on other sites as well. I've done that once with Kick recently, I guess, and hasn't popped up ever again. I believe it's coming to Discord as well. They're going to make you prove your identity on Discord, which is interesting. Shit, what was that noise? Probably just the house settling. That actually was the house settling. Yeah. By the way, while everyone's here, just a quick reminder, I'll do this again before I get off this stream soon, but tomorrow is the anniversary Tracer stream that we do once a year. So I think it's 9 years now for Tracer. And so we're going to celebrate by doing a Jack Daniels fueled stream. I'm going to get a little tipsy, a little drunk tomorrow. But I've got some wonderful Tracer stuff to play you guys. It's pretty exciting what I've dug out. I found I was just going through all of my archived footage, and I found some really interesting jam footage in Switzerland at the end of a tour. So before Lee left the band, he was helping to write and to track, I guess, the new album El Pistolero at the time. Didn't have a title at the time, but the songs were there. And I found a really good jam version of a track called Hangman, which went onto the album. And then that's incredible to see of its own. And then I found the footage from LA where we were recording of that song with Kevin Shirley in the studio in Thousand Oaks, the process of the song coming together. And it's just wonderful to see it happen. And then we'll obviously play the song and we'll go along and have a good time. But yeah, it's going to be fun tomorrow. Still drive the shuttle. Yeah, I'm still doing that gig, Hendrik. I have made changes to my life where I'm being extremely firm about not working as much, and I'm only working Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. And my boss has been good with that somewhat, I guess. Some weeks it's been different. I haven't had any shifts. I've been doing a lot of my own stuff. And yeah, because you're here, I don't know if you're here now for the first time chatting or if you've been watching, but I have been dating. I did a great stream yesterday, dude. I did what you wanted, man. I did a Crookies homebrew stream for Sunset yesterday. Go and have a look at that, man. That was fun. Yeah, I've been out there dating, and I've got at some point. I know me. At some point, I'll tell you the stories, but for the time being, it's just for me. And I've been out on a bunch of different dates, and I've had some really fun times. Every date I've had has been different. Like we've either gone. Every date I've had, I should clarify. Every date with every different girl has been different. So I've gone out hiking. I went to the beach with a girl, which was pretty interesting for a first date. Sitting there in a bikini with the girl, I was like, wow, this is pretty hot. And it was. And then another girl I went to dinner, really interesting food in this, she was Maltese. So we went to like this Mediterranean restaurant called Fabrico. I keep forgetting what that was called. Another date, I went on a hike to Kalu Pools with a girl. I'm going to see her again. I've been out with five girls. There's one here, a local girl. Most of them, like that beach one was Newcastle over Christmas. And then the other one that restaurant was Newtown. And then there's a girl here in Bowral who we're going to go and climb the Gib or the Jib, whatever, Mount Gibraltar. That was meant to be the other day, actually. That was meant to be Friday, but the weather was super sketchy, so we scheduled it for another time. I've got a date. I got two dates. I got a date on Saturday next week. I've got my school reunion Saturday night. On Friday night, I've got a date with a girl. On Saturday morning, I've got a date with a girl. And then on Saturday night, I've got the reunion. And I may have a date on Sunday after that on the way back here. There's a girl halfway between here and Sydney that's Wollongong. She's like, well, we'll talk about that after because I'll be all probably hungover. We're going to go surfing as well on Sunday with my schoolmates. I only go to Peter Bibby's gigs when I'm on a date. Okay. I watched the whole thing. You were there, dude. Cool, man. Yeah. I want to do more of the IRL stuff. Like I want to get back out and focus. And by the way, that's why I was saying I'm only doing the 3 days a week. And the other time is I'm really giving myself the time. Like I'm not letting work or it's kind of strange, like the pursuit of money, which it never was about that. Like it was, I used to just say to work, yeah, I'll do it. If you want me to do that shift, I'll do it. I mean, whatever. I was going to do something. I was going to do something myself or whatever, but I'll work instead. But now I'm like, no, I'm not working. I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to do what I want to do with my life. And I think that's what's come out of this definitely the last half of last year. So, and again, I'm not talking, and I won't ever again talk about that thing, but I will talk about what that thing has taught me and where I am because of it. So what I think happened with me was that this kickstarted me to actually get back and enjoy and like be more. It's kind of this. Dude, it's getting hot in here. This sounds a little bit lame because I don't believe this. Actually, no, I do believe it, but I don't. Okay, I don't really care too much. This sounds so fucking lame, but if I died tomorrow, I genuinely couldn't say that I've like I again this just sounds wanky. I couldn't complain, right? If I died tomorrow because I've had such a good life. I've had such amazing experiences and life's been full and rich and incredible. There's some things I've missed out on, some things that haven't happened, but on a whole, like there's no complaints. But what I found was after 13 years ago when that all fell apart in Adelaide and I lost all that, and I felt like I'm not going to entertain that concept of a life partner. I'm not going to do that again. Instead, I'm going to be selfish and I'm going to just live for myself and I'm going to just pursue my own activities and I'm not going to really worry about relationships. Sure, if I meet someone, then I'll entertain it, but I'm not going to ever get myself that deep into the concept of someone being connected to me. I'm just going to be selfish. And so for 13 years, I pretty much existed that way. Had girlfriends, went on dates, had girlfriends. I mean, the most notable one, you guys never met her, but Kat, you never really saw much of her. And then the German girl, Felicia, she's on the channel and whatever. But that was just sort of neither here nor there. It was just like whatever and just moving on and just taking it, just surface level. And then last year I met someone, and then the next thing I know, I suddenly found myself into this position where I'm like, wow, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying having this person. Like there's something about this person that I want more. Like I want to be involved with this. And suddenly I'm back to where I was way back when. And I was like, okay, shit. Let's go. Let's do this. And so I did. And then she said yes. And then she said no. And so I went horribly. You were part of it, Hendrik and Dale. It was horrible, right? But the point of it is that now that I've got out of that and I've come through the other side, what I've discovered is that she or the situation definitely lit a fuse under me. And I'm like, well, just because she didn't want it doesn't mean I don't have it to give. I can give this to somebody else. There is gonna be a girl, a woman, a female. Not sure what you're supposed to call them anymore. People get upset with the word female. It's weird. There is going to be someone there that's receptive to what I've got to offer. I thought it was her. And for a while it was. And then she just said no. So I've gone on this warpath and I'm talking to everyone. Every chance I get, I'm talking to women. I talk to women on the beach. I met a girl paddling my kayak. She's on a stand-up paddleboard in a bikini, a very, very sexy bikini. And I was like, I'm not letting this slide. I paddled over to her and just pulled up right in front or right on the side and said, hey, how you going? She's like, good. And I'm like, I'm just coming over. I'm going across there, but I'm just coming over to see how you are. It's a great day out. And she's like, yeah, it's terrific. Are you from down here? And she's like, no, I'm holidaying. And I'm like, oh, where are your friends? She's like, no, I came down by myself. I'm like, what? You came down by yourself? Where are you staying? I'm in Husky at this motel. I'm like, oh, wow. And then dumb. I didn't get it. I didn't say what room are you in or anything, but I was like, maybe I should just turn up to the hotel and try to find it. But that's a bit stalkerish, so I didn't do that. But I'll tell you another couple of stories. By the way, we'll give Toothboy I try to do 2 hour streams. We're already over 2. Toothboy, I'm going to leave Toothboy there. I'll take a screenshot of where we're at because I'm ranting and raving and I'd rather rant and rave. We only watched 10 minutes of Toothboy. Hang on, where's the, let's get a screenshot of that. Yeah, cool. I'll tell you these other funny stories. So there was this girl So I was on the beach right here out the front, and this pretty saucy looking girl came down the pathway, and I was coming out of the water. Had I been surfing? In this one, this one I just had a swim. It was a hot day. I'd just gone for a swim. I was coming up out of the water, and I saw this cute girl come down out of the path, and I was like, so I just walked straight up to her, and I said, "Hey, how are you?" And she's like, "Good." And I'm like, "No, sorry, I live here, and I just like to be friendly to people, welcome them to the beach and stuff, and I can, tell you where to swim and where the best spots are and whatever." And she's like, "Oh, that's nice." I'm like, "Yeah, where are you from?" And she goes, "Oh, from Wollongong, or from somewhere, Thirroul, or somewhere in that sort of vicinity." And she's saying, I said, "Oh, so did you just come down to have a look? Because that's not far from there. Like, if you're coming on a holiday, people often go further to the south, or they go north from there. Coming from Wollongong or those coastal beaches to come just to this area is a bit strange." But she said, no, I'm just coming, kind of having a look at the area and sort of thinking about maybe moving down here. I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I start talking to her, and I was like, you're Dutch? I thought she was Dutch, and I got it wrong. She was German. I fucked up. I was like, I thought she was Dutch, and she goes, "No, I'm German." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I normally can get that accent, but I missed it. And then I start flirting with her a little. And then when I say flirting, I just mean like, just kind of, I guess nothing really, but just being polite and being a little bit overly friendly. And then as I look towards her, I see coming down the path behind her the boyfriend, and she says, "Yeah, my boyfriend and I, we're just thinking about maybe moving down here." And I was like, "Oh, the boy, okay, cool, yeah." And then I was like, okay. And by the way, like, you meet someone on the beach, if it's a hot girl, typically there's going to be a guy there, right? So I'm not saying anything, but it was just funny, and we sat and chatted for a while, and I was like, "Oh, well, you guys have a great day." And they're actually thinking about trying to find a place down here, and then they were asking about commuting from here back to Sydney, and he works in North Sydney. No, she worked in North Sydney, and she worked from home. He worked in North Sydney, or the other way around, and they were wondering how it would all work. And that's one. And then another one, which I think is pretty rad. There's a girl. I was surfing at this point, and there was a girl who came down to the beach, not from this path, but from Sunshine, which is the next one across. And she was hobbling with a moon boot on, like she had a broken leg or a cast or something, and she was hobbling along. And I watched her from the ocean, because she just kind of sort of moved and sat pretty much almost in line with where my camera was on the head, like on the dunes. She didn't really see that, but that's what it was filming. So I kind of had to keep looking back anyway to see. I just spotted. Nice. Just to see where the camera was, make sure. Anyway, I wasn't stalking her, but I saw what she was doing, and she was taking a long time to get set up and whatnot. And then she finally did end up laying down on her stomach, and she had that moon boot, and she'd taken it off. So she was just in a bikini laying on a towel. And by that time I was coming out of the water, my surf was over, and I knew that I wanted to talk to her, but I didn't really know how I could break the ice. And so I thought quickly about it, and I was thinking, well, she probably has a broken leg. So she's going to need, so I went up to her and I said, "Excuse me." And she got really startled, like really scared her. She's like, because she was face down on the ground, like face down on the towel. Very cute girl too. Anyway, she got startled and she looked back, and I said, sorry, I didn't want to frighten you. I said, "I saw you come down," and she had the moon boot next to her. So I know you've got the moon boot, and I was like, I don't know how, like, I just said, "Look, if you want to go for a swim, you can," because it was a stupidly hot day. I was like, "You can take my board, like my surfboard, or I can walk down to the water with you and give you like a flotation device. So if I walk with you to the water holding my surfboard, you can hold on to it and then at least get in the water and get wet. That way you've got in." And she said that's really nice and really thoughtful, but this break, that was a mic pop. This break is so fresh that I can't move it at all. I'm not even meant to take this moon boot off, but I don't want to get a tan line. And I was thinking tan lines are sexy, but not the big moon boot one. I was like, okay. She said, if this happened a couple of days earlier, I would say yes, but I can't move it, and I don't want to chance it. So thank you, but no thank you. And then I know when you meet someone, you need to get out quickly, right? You don't want You don't want to make it awkward. So I just said, that's cool. I understand. I just live there. And because she came down the other path, I was like, I see that you came down from there. If you ever need some help or whatever, I'm just up there. I don't know if you're holidaying or if you live here, whatever. I'll see you around or I won't. She said, that's nice, cool. And then we just said goodbye and I walked off. The other one, which happened a little while back now, this one was, this is the new me, right? There is no way I would have done this. Like in the last 13 years, I would have seen that girl and just gone, cute girl, and just walked past her. There's no chance I would have stopped and tried to get a number or to meet her. But this new position I find myself in, I'm taking every single opportunity. This one's, you might say this one's a bit cringe, but this happened a fair while back. This is the first time I did it, actually. I was walking along from Tilbury Cove, from the southern end of the beach. I'd been surfing. Beautiful, smoking hot girl, laying on the towel, doing the shot with the selfie shot with the phone, with the ass pushed up, with the G-string bikini on, getting that classic shot, which does look great, like straight down the line with the ass up. And I looked at her and I was like, man, she's hot. And I walked straight up to her. Before I had any chance to not do it, I walked up to her and said, excuse me. And she goes, yeah. And I was like, do you want me to take the shot? Like I can, I'm a photographer. I could take your phone and get a great shot for you. And you know what she said? She said, thank you, but no, I really like the angle that this is getting. I like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. And I understand. And then to not be awkward, I just said, well, you enjoy your day. I'll see you later. And I just walked away. I didn't look back. I just walked away. My theory was if I see her again, I can say, hey, you're the girl that took the photos. How did they come out? Can I see them? Can you send them to me? Get a number. Never saw her again though. But that's the approach I've got. And like, what's the saying where there's a saying that goes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you don't try, you don't ever win. You never succeed unless you try. Now, all the dates I've been going on, these are on dating apps and whatnot. So the girls that I've been approaching in public, there's been no number exchange, but that's okay because this is all building up to like me. Oh, no shit. This is all building up to me just, and yeah, this is all building up to something anyway. Brennan is learning. I never learned until I was 30. And by the way, I was like that. I met a girl on a plane once, dude. I got a number on a plane. I've done all that before, but my point is, up until 2013 when we broke up, I didn't need to do any of that because I found the person I thought I was going to marry, basically. And then when that all collapsed, I was like, okay, I'm done. Never doing that again. Fuck no. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to just pursue my own activities. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing relationships. 13 years goes by, meet someone in a very strange way to meet someone, the way I met, and then fell into that relationship, thought it was so good, so different, so unique that whatever, there was ups and downs. And then she just went, fuck you. And I was like, okay, so I struggled. But now and it was kind of like January 1 was the cutoff for me. I was like, it's a bit dumb, new year and do a list. No, it was just like that. It just happened at that point where I was like, well, this is a chance to do something fresh and get it sorted. And so I've been very, very, and I wish I could share some stuff with you guys, but historically I know that that's wrong. And do you know what though? Not everybody, and I guess I'll wait for this, but not everybody thinks like that. Like some people don't want to have an online presence. Some people do. Everyone's different. Watch this space. My ex got in touch today. So cool to chat to her. We broke up in 2010. Your ex got in touch with you today? That's pretty interesting, Hendrik. You broke up in 2010 and you spoke to her today. 20. That's like 16 years, man. Wow. Back up in the chat. I missed a bunch of comments then. I wasn't there. I watched the YouTube replay. I've known Charlotte for close to 10 years. We are great buddies and we love each other, not in the sexual sense. Yeah, well, Shyla's welcome back here. She's welcome. And you, Hendrik, you and her obviously you've got to, I mean, her and I as well, but you and her have to, I don't know, like I'm out of that loop, but I don't know. I don't know what to say, but the ending of that between me, her, and you was something that you guys, I guess, have to deal with, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's a clean slate waiting to be eaten off of. I don't know, like, do you eat food off a slate like a sushi? I don't know. I'm happy that in spite of all the stuff in the past, people are still alive and kicking. Yeah. I'm loving life these days. It would be great if everyone did, but that's on them. Wollongong seems nice. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's been going on. And like things, at some point, I'm going to be able to share this stuff with you guys. But for the time, for how it plays out right now, it's just my... It's kind of weird, isn't it? Because that was the same as last year where I kept everything to myself. I guess I just want to be mindful. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just thinking, like, the big takeaway for me is just because somebody stopped receiving what you were offering doesn't mean you can't offer it. It's not a reflection on me, it's a reflection on them. And I've got this, and the 6 or so months that I was, enjoying that with her was like a trial run for the actual person who receives it, because there is going to be someone that receives what I offer and respectfully accepts it and actually means it, not to go down the way we went and then to just... Anyway, we're not talking about that, but Hendrik, my sense is that Shyla wants all this to end too, but you and I need to chat about it. I need to chat with you about Shyla. I don't think I do. MD, wait, just make it happen. And just make it happen. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. There will be someone out there for you, Benon. There is someone out there for sure. Yeah. These dates I'm going on, I gotta be honest, there's one girl, I'm gonna see her again. There's one girl that I've dated already that I would maybe. And then there's one that I haven't met yet that we're chatting, and like visually, yes, but until I meet her, I can't really say, and I'm going to hopefully meet her soon. The one here in Bowral too would be rad. Yeah. It's pretty interesting though. It's like, it's just been an interesting few months. Like I went from like I went pretty down and I went into a pretty bad place, and then almost as rapidly as that happened, I pulled myself out of it and I got back, and like, yeah, it was a weird process. Like going on that first date to the beach with that girl, I was like, there's no other way to do this. It's like taking a Band-Aid off. You just got to rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird it was just weird. She was pretty sexy and just in a little G-string bikini, and I'm there going, this is new. And I was like, I didn't want this, but there it is. And I was like, wow, okay. I was a little bit nervous, if I'm being honest. I was a little nervous. Yeah. I wish I could really... I'm not going to, because she may even be watching. I don't even know. She did sleuth me. That's the other thing too. Like early in the dating process, I make a point of it and say, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. If that's a problem, then let's cap it now. And no one said it's a problem. Yeah, so I'm ready to. I mean, I'm always going to be respectful of the other person's opinion on like public versus private and being involved or not being involved. Of course I am. But I've gone from like extreme, you know, like what you guys didn't know that early in that. I'm not talking about that. But anyway, let's get out of here. Just another reminder, tomorrow, Tracer stream. Man, I'm looking forward to this Tracer stream tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. If you're a fan of the band, tomorrow it's the 8th year anniversary or 9th year? 8th year, I think, of their demise. And we celebrate here. We have a good time here. We engage content. We listen to music. We dedicate a good 3 hours to getting drunk on Jack Daniels. And I tell stories about the band and from the road and this and that. And no one else gives a fuck except me, because the band is amazing. And I think we need to keep that music alive. And if I can do anything to do that, I'll do that. And so that's tomorrow. I hope you can join me. We'll be here at this time live with Tracer, some archival footage and some cool stuff. Please join me. But for the time being right now, thanks for being here with me in the chat. And thanks for watching the stream live with me. Appreciate you all. Thanks for being here live with me is what I was trying to say. It's very nice of you to hang out for a little while, talk some shit. Started out alive, that was the play. Don't forget to Farkle. Don't forget to Farkle in the chat. My crew behind me? Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like up the stream and share it out where you can. And don't forget to Farkle in the chat. Life's a subtle ride. I like this song. Streaming through the night.
Losing the vibe, surfing waves, day and night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright.
Farkle.
Rolling deeper, cruising.